One of the most viewed videos on my channel is me bashing M. Night Shyamalan's last Airbender film, possibly the worst movie ever made. I explained what went wrong, how it disrespected the original series, and went over why I hate it. As I said in that video, thank the Lord they didn't make its sequel Book 2 Earth. But wait, what if they did? What if they continued this dumpster fire movie series?
No, God! No, God, please, no! No! No!
The budget of this film would be even higher than the first film, clocking in at a ridiculous $160 million. But even with all that money, the effects in the film would still be lackluster at best, just like the first movie. Once again, the movie would open with slow scrolling text giving us a recap of the last movie, which would put half the viewers to sleep before the movie even started. Ong,
my name is Ong,
would learn about the Avatar state from Roku, but for some reason, Shyamalan decided to make him a 30-year-old rather than an older man. Azula would come into the story, but her name is pronounced Azola. Ty Lee and May are introduced, but Ty Lee is pronounced Ty Loy. Also, she's very acrobatic, but that's all she can do. Shyamalan decided to cut her chi blocking, making her utterly useless besides just flipping in the background. They would get May's name right, but instead of making her gloomy and miserable, she's just as happy and upbeat as Ty Loy. Toph's name would be pronounced Tofu, and she would actually be a he, being a huge buff guy. He would still be blind, but they would slip up a bunch of times showing that he isn't, like him saying he liked the color of Ong's tattoos. They would cut the entirety of Zuko alone, which is regarded as one of, if not the best episodes in the whole series. But Shyamalan didn't think it was that good, so he scrapped it, instead having a scene where Iroh teaches Zuko how to bend fire out of nothing.
He's making fire out of nothing!
Even though that's how firebending is always supposed to work in the first place. They would cut 2 more amazing episodes called The Library and the Desert because Shyamalan didn't think it was important, even though that's how they found out the Day of the Black Sun. And to replace Team Avatar finding this out, Shyamalan had them learn it from Appa, who can somehow talk to Ong just like the dragon in the first movie did, and just like there wouldn't be a single explanation of how or why this is possible. On their way to Ba Sing Se, they have Suki come in as though we met her in the first movie, despite the fact that we didn't, as Shyamalan cut her and the Kyoshi warriors out. We're then introduced to Jet, who was also cut from the first film, but here his name is Plane. Plane and Zuko start out as friends, but Plane thinks Zuko is a firebender, so he turns on him. When they get to Ba Sing Se, the city is futuristic, almost like Wakanda, despite the fact that at this time, there is no technology in the Avatar world. But Shyamalan thought it would be cool, so we threw it in anyway. While in the city, Shyamalan added every story from the episode Tales of Ba Sing Se except for the tale of Iroh because he didn't think it was emotional enough. When Tofu tells Team Avatar that Plane is telling the truth about wanting to team up with them, they all go to Lake Laogai, which Shyamalan renamed to Lake Lugi. And there, Plane is killed by Longfeng, but this is literally the first time we see this dude, so we have no idea who just killed Plane, and afterwards he disappears never to come back, confusing audiences about who this man was.
Wait a minute! Who are you?
Meanwhile, while in Lake Lugi, Zuko and his uncle Iroh talk about the weather, while Shyamalan cut all of the important dialogue like Iroh asking Zuko who he was and what he wanted, just as Shyamalan did in the first movie when he had Iroh tell Zuko not to get cold, but left out the two of them calling each other the father and son they were missing. Azola at this point took over Ba Sing Se, but we didn't see any of this, and it was never explained how this huge plot point even happened. When Katara and Zuko are locked up together, Katara offers to use her spirit water to fix his scar despite the fact that she never got this in the first movie, so we have no idea what this is or where it came from. The final battle has terrible choreography and CGI and is laughable. Tofu does a whole earthbending routine only to lift one tiny pebble, and when she pushes it, it somehow knocks out 15 of Azola's men. When Ong goes into the Avatar state, Azola shoots him down, and what follows is a comically terrible jump from Katara as she catches him, the actress clearly attached to a harness. Zuko joins Azola, Katara heals Ong with spirit water we know nothing about or where it came from, and Team Avatar leaves defeated. The movie is met with even more hate from fans and critics than the first one.
You suck.
And it gets an even lower score on Rotten Tomatoes with a rating of 4%. In interviews though, Shyamalan goes on to say it's the best movie ever made and compares it to the likes of Citizen Kane, The Matrix, and Die Hard.
Are you sure about that?
He also assures everyone that Book 3 is in production and will not disappoint, but every Avatar fan watches that just knows that it will. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. It was different from my normal videos, but it was fun to make. I've never really done a parody-like video on this channel, but let me know if you guys enjoyed it, and let me know if I should finish out Shyamalan's Last Airbender trilogy.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. You can follow me on Instagram to see more of my personal life, like my cute dog Loki, and some behind the scenes movie flame stuff. I also do similar content on TikTok and Twitter that I do here on this channel, so if you like what I do here, check them out. All the handles are right below me, and links are in the description. Over here are my wonderful patrons. If you want to be featured on the next video, plus get a few other perks, become a patron today. As always, if you liked the video, hit that like button and subscribe, and look out for more great movie flame videos on the way.